Hi, everybody. Nice choice of song. I have some very sad news to kick us off. I'm not here to make dessert. I'm really sorry. I wish I was, but I'm not. I didn't prepare for that. What I am here to do is to tell you that customer service absolutely sucks if you are bad at it. And I do immensely, deep down hate customer service for some very, very simple and true reasons, and I'm sure you all know them very well. Telkom, Vodacom, Discovery, and F&B. I know that we're at Standard Bank, so I figure I can mention F&B. In this context, at least. So I have very specific stories about all of these companies and their bad customer service. I'm that guy, right? I'm the guy who runs a small business, who is very attentive, which I'll tell you about just now, and who expects the same back. So when I sit on a call center phone call for 25 minutes with Telkom and their own line drops, I get really angry. I'm the guy on the phone, and I'm sure you've all dealt with someone like me, who will say, I hope you're recording this phone call, because I'm about to get very angry. I'm that guy, because I know you all record your phone calls. I'm also the guy who, and I'm sure you know me, I've said, please can I speak to your manager? And you go, yes, sure, and you put the guy sitting next to you on the phone. Yeah. And I know the tricks now. I know the tricks. My most interesting thing that recently has started to happen is because I'm an online business, I deal with a lot of online support because I do everything myself, the hosting, the email. So I talk to a lot of people online, and the online support names that I get on the text messaging are always the same. And I'll tell you why. I get Paul's, Mark's, Peter's, John's, all the same, because it's an outsourced call center in India. And I know every time, because the guys read from a script, and that is soul-destroying as a customer. The script is soul-destroying. I hate it. So if that's all the bad stuff, what is the good stuff? What should customer service be? And for me, on a personal level, I can tell you that my microphone's good. I don't know what's going on. Should I stop moving? I don't know. So from my perspective, these are the things that I think customer service should be. Honest. I'm happy to be brutally honest. When my customers contact me, and I'll tell you how they contact me just now, I'm honest with them to the point where they sometimes tell me to go and F myself. And I'm okay with that, because at least I'm not lying. And there's nothing worse than lying to a customer, because they know. They know. And if they don't know, they find out when your lie comes true. And then they catch you out, and then you look like an idiot. The other thing that I hate is when I'm talking to someone and I know that they're not listening to me, and they're not engaging with me, they're reading a script. And I mention words that tick off the script. And they're like, oh yeah, he said this, so now I can say that. I hate that. I like customer service people who are trained enough to understand what I'm saying in English, and then reply to me with a meaningful answer, even if that answer is this. I can't help you right now because I don't have the answer, but give me 5 minutes and I'll phone you back. I'm okay with that, because I believe that you will. Because I believe that you've taken the time to be honest with me. No one likes a liar. The other thing that I really like is a solution. It's incredibly obvious, but don't lead me down a path for 30 minutes and then go, oh, I'm sorry, sir, there's nothing we can do. Seriously, I've had that in spades. My most favorite bad customer service comes from doctors. I have such a gripe with general practitioners because they're always late. They're always overbooked. They always keep you waiting. They rush you through their service. And then the other day, I went and had chest x-rays, blood tests. After all of that, 5,000 or 6,000 rands worth of tests, they said, we don't really know what's wrong with you. You're going to have to just wait it out. I was like, what the? That doesn't help me. I'm sick. And that's what I had to do. I had to go home. And they didn't say sorry. They didn't even say sorry. Such a simple word, right? To apologize. I start all my customer service by saying, I'm really sorry you're having a bad experience. How can I help you? That's a bad choice of words, but yes, how can I help you is not your statement, but nevertheless. So how do I know? How do I have a bloody clue about this? And to be honest, I'm not a customer service expert. What I am is a customer service practitioner. I put my customer at the center of my business, and that's all that I do. I happen to sell socks, which is why I roll my pants up these days. I also nowadays sell pocket squares. So we do all these things, but the truth is I'm in the business of keeping customers happy. Because the happier my customers are, the more they remember to come back to my website and buy stuff. So that's how I know. And how do I know practically? Well, that's my website, right? I'm going to move out of the way quickly. So that's my website, and the laser's, it's green, so it's not working. In the bottom left, you can see it says live help. That's an orange little live help thing. So at any time when you're shopping on my website, you can click live help, and you can talk to me directly over text message. On the right of the screen is my phone. That was me this morning in the car. So this morning in the car, in an Uber, I get exceptionally car sick, by the way. Someone contacted me through my live support and asked me why they couldn't check out. So on my phone, being car sick, in the back of an Uber, I answered them, and I closed the sale. The Uber from Stanton to here cost me 300 Rand. That sale made me 1,000 Rand. Simple math. So I know what customer support should be like. How? Because I give it. And it's really a simple thing. I care enough about my business to make sure that my customers are knowing and are understanding that I care. That's all it is. All we want to do is be heard. Isn't that so true? Imagine at every restaurant that serves you a crappy meal, the manager or the owner came out or the chef came out and said, I'm really sorry. You'd probably still pay for the meal. You probably wouldn't even complain again. You'd be like, oh, he heard me. That's good enough. So that's how I know. So these are the things for me that I know I'm not doing, or if I am doing, I'm giving bad customer service. If I'm not listening and the customer keeps having to ask me the same question 5 times, they might not like my answer, but it means I'm not answering their question. I don't care. If I'm not helping them, I don't care about my own business. Sometimes you just don't know, and that's okay, but if you don't tell me that you don't know something, then all you're doing is lying to me and leading me down a path that you can't get me out of. And that's the next one, lying. Don't lie to me. Don't say that your technician from Telkom is going to be with me in 3 days and he comes in 3 weeks. Telkom is one of the examples of absolutely horrific customer service that has succeeded to flip it around, which I'll get to just now. I've put you don't care in again. It wasn't a typo. The reason is you have to give a crap. You have to care. You can't just do customer service by scripts. And I'm going to pick on F&B again, unfortunately, but F&B did this amazing thing with RB Jacobs on their Twitter accounts. Brilliant, love it, fantastic for the first year. Thereafter, it became overwhelming, and now they have scripts. And the script is, hi, thank you so much for contacting us. We're really sorry. Please DM us your email, and then we'll get back to you. That's crap. Rather, don't have a Twitter account if all you're going to do is be a service center on Twitter. Because Twitter is about real-time engagement. It's about talking to me as a human being. It's not about telling me to email you and I get lost in your customer support emails. Because customer support emails are terrible. And then you have no solutions. Bad customer service doesn't have a solution. And to be honest, I want a solution. And that's why I phone you. I don't want to phone you just for therapy. I've got a therapist for that. Too much information, maybe. So what is amazing customer service? Amazing customer service makes me feel like that little dog. It makes me happy, giving it and receiving it. It makes me happy just to get good customer service. So the examples of good customer service in my life are these businesses. Mini, Zappos, Yuppiechef, and Telkom. Again, they appear. So I'll go from middle. I'll start with Zappos. If you don't know who Zappos is the biggest online shoe company in the world. They sell shoes. Amazon acquired them a few years ago for an absolute crap ton of money. And their CEO, Tony Hsieh, coined the phrase, we're a customer service company that happens to sell shoes. Now, I've taken that on in any one of my businesses, and that's what I say. I'm a customer service business, and I happen to sell socks, right? And the reason for that is really simple. Customers buy product. So Tony Hsieh was put under the gun. He was in Las Vegas, and a bunch of his friends said to him, I bet you this is rubbish. I bet you're talking absolute crap. Let's see how good your customer service is. So they sat in his hotel room, and they said to him, we challenge you that your customer service can't get us a pizza. He was like, but we sell shoes. They said, we don't care. You say your customer service is that good? Get us a pizza. So he didn't tell them who he was. He got one of his friends to phone the customer service line on their websites and said to them, hi, I'm not really interested in buying shoes right now. I am one of your customers, but I'd like a pizza. The guy's response was, sure, so where do you stay? And within an hour, they had a pizza at their hotel room in Las Vegas. That is customer service. And you know why that works? I'll explain it to you really simply right now. I'm talking about them. Right now, in South Africa, 1 million miles away from Las Vegas, 4 years later, I'm talking about how great their customer service is. And some of you are going to go and Google Zappos, and some of you might even buy something from them. That is good customer service. And a company locally that does that is Yuppiechef. Yuppiechef absolutely nails customer service and have done from day one. So they're a 7 or 8-year-old business, and they're friends of mine, started the business loving their customers so much that they would write handwritten notes with every single order that they sent, a handwritten note. So I obviously ordered, and I got one of them, right? I got this handwritten note that said, "Hi, Nick, thank you so much for buying this spatula," or whatever it was. "Welcome to the Yuppie Chef family. Have a great day." I was like, oh, that's wonderful. Great, simple, wonderful, easy stuff. That was when they were doing 100 orders a year, 6 years ago or 7 years ago. Now they're doing 100 orders a day, or give or take. They now have to employ a slew of people to write handwritten notes for their customers with their order history. And they still do it, hey? To this day, if you order something, it'll be a handwritten contextual note. So it'll know what you bought and what you were going to buy and what you checked out on. It's relevant. So why I mentioned them in relation to Mini. Mini is also a customer service-centric company. And when I bought my Mini 3 years ago, I got a parcel delivered from Yuppie Chef. I didn't order anything. Mini had gone onto Yuppie Chef because they knew that I had bought something from Yuppie Chef. They had bought something on my behalf, and Yuppie Chef had written a handwritten note. "Hi, Nick, here is a flask to keep your drinks warm in your new Mini. Welcome to the family." Holy crap. And here I sit, talking about the two companies 3 years ago that sent me a gift handwritten because they knew me. And you know what? It's not hard. I tweet this stuff. I'm on Facebook, I'm on Instagram. It's not hard to find the stuff that I do and I talk about. So those are the companies. The other company that has actually miraculously turned stuff around is Telkom. I don't know about you guys, but every time in the last 3 years that I've moved, and it's been a lot in the last 3 years, I live in Cape Town now, Telkom is there in my house, setting up my line within 3 days. The call center people are unbelievably helpful. They're really, really good. And I must say, I'm impressed. 5 years ago, they were terrible. 5 years later, they're not. It can change. So this is a guy called Seth Godin who said this, and this could not be more true. The only purpose of customer service is to change feelings. The facts won't change. When your customer phones you, there is very little you can do to change the fact that they are pissed off, that their product is broken, that their money has been lost, or that they've lost their card. That is the fact. The fact is their card is gone. What you can change is how they feel about your company, how they feel about the situation, because feelings are more real than facts. To me, and I've said this to so many customer service people, I'm not shouting at you personally, I'm shouting because I'm angry. I often start all my customer calls, "Sorry, what I'm about to say is not targeted at you, you've done nothing wrong, but..." And then I launch into a slew of swear words. And it's the truth, and they laugh because they know and they understand that I'm not angry with them. But they change my feelings very often. Yuppie Chef, Mini, Telkom, they know how to change my feeling towards their company. And the way they do it works so well that I've got them here talking about them. That's your goal, is to communicate with your customers on a one-to-one level and help them change their feelings about the situation that they're experiencing. So I've got 3 types of customers that I have: the lost cause, the brand advocates, and everyone else. Sometimes you have to learn when to cut a customer loose, and the lost cause is that customer for me. That's the customer who will complain no matter what happens, good or bad, up or down, happy or sad. You give them a discount, they don't give a crap. They're going to swear and they're going to shout, and for me, being a small business, it's different for you guys sometimes. I hang up the phone and I tell them that I'm better off without them. I'm okay with that, because also customer service works both ways. You have to be a nice customer sometimes. You can't only bitch. The brand advocates, find those people that love your brand and give them stuff. Tell them how amazing they are. Get them to love your brand more, and then they'll be me, standing on stage talking to you about your brand. Really simple. And then everyone else. Everyone else gets your best all the time, because everyone else becomes a brand advocate or a lost cause. You cannot be in the middle. So everyone has to get your best service all the time. So for me, and this is my last slide, I use complaints as a sales tactic. And the one story I'm going to give you as an example of this and how I started my business, it's actually our birthday today, by the way. We turned 2 today, which is fantastic. Thank you. Statistically, that's actually an anomaly. Most businesses fail within the first 18 months, so that's quite a hurdle. So I launched 2 years ago, and 2 years ago to the day this happened. My first customer bought a product, and we shipped, and he received them, if today is Wednesday, he received them on Friday, and he must have lived in Constantia and listened to 702 because I was on 702 the day before, and he's one of those customers, and he obviously put the sock on, and something went wrong. It's cut, it got ripped, his toenails were too long or gross, whatever. Socks are weird things, let me tell you. People have got weird stuff about socks. And he phoned me and complained. So I put my phone number on the website because it increases conversions by up to 20% if people believe you're a real person. It's crazy. So he phoned me and he complained. And what did I do? I didn't say I'm sorry. I didn't do anything. I said to him, sir, I'll be with you in 10 minutes. Where do you live? I got in my car with 3 pairs of new socks, packaged them, drove to his house, took back the broken pair, gave him 3 new pairs and said, thank you very much, have a good day, and I drove away. He has spent over 3,000 Rand with me in the last 2 years. Because I took the time to drive to his house. And you know what? In a business-to-business thing, I can guarantee you the more customers you see face-to-face, you sit down with and have a coffee, you will keep them as customers for longer. People in our age of digital are getting really tired of speaking to an email, getting really tired of speaking to text. I value speaking to people face-to-face so much. So I turn complaints into sales, and this is how. I'm quick. That's why I have, right now my phone is vibrating because I have someone contacting me for customer support. I have it always on. It's on throughout the night. If I have enough people contact me in the middle of the night, I wake up and I talk to them because it means my website's down. Speed is everything. I answer phone calls within 2 rings. I answer emails within an hour, and those convert to sales every time. Be everywhere. In my phone, on my pocket, on the plane, on email, on everywhere. I'm everywhere. If you want to get me, you can get me on Facebook, on Twitter, on Instagram, on Snapchat, on email, on my phone, everywhere. You can even WhatsApp me if you really, really want to. You can, I swear, it's not a joke. And communication, I'm constantly communicating. I don't wait 5 or 10 minutes between talking to my customers. I talk to them. I'm also certain. I have certainty about my decisions. I never and ah. So I'm really sorry. That's really crappy. I'll fix it. Or I'm really sorry, but that's not our fault. The delivery didn't happen, and it's our courier company. We'll fix it. I always am certain. I never and ah. And then I have a solution. When I deal with customers, I try and have a solution. And the truth is, 90% of your customer queries are all the same. So you know what the solutions are. On the 10%, be honest, because people don't like liars. Be transparent and communicate. It's really not rocket science. We all know what the line of good and bad is. Sometimes we just don't want to stick with it. We all know what good service is. You all know when you're being treated badly. So when you have that feeling, fix it. Don't treat your customers badly. It's really a simple thing. And so that's me. Thank you so much for your time. It's been lovely, and enjoy the rest of the day.
Yeah.